So you are usually a kind, caring person, and you're very understanding, and not a lot bothers you, and that's true. But once in a while, I get angry about something. And my friend said, when you get angry, that's when you do what you probably should have done all along. So I'm making this video because I'm angry. I'm angry that YouTube said, we could have 3-minute shorts now as of October 15th. Well, it hasn't happened. And that's infuriating me. That bugs me. So now I'm making a longer video. And the longer one is about, all the different things that new YouTubers try, and we're told to do. This will get you subs, this will get you subscribers, this will get you hits, this will get you a lot of views. And you know what, most of the time it doesn't happen. For me, so far, my experience is that it happens just a little bit. Listen, I got over 100,000 subscribers, views, and 1,000 subscribers, which gave me my view time and my subscriber number, allowing me to be monetized. I got that on another channel. You know what? I did not know anything at all about thumbnails. I didn't have a clue about tags, keywords. I knew nothing. I just put up a video of my husband and I camping. At the time, I was 69 and he was 80. So it was 11 and a half years difference in our age. And people liked it. I didn't do any of the things that they said you should do. I Maybe the thumbnail was good. It was mostly green with a little bit of red in it. You can't just like, maybe I should use that picture all the time for absolutely every thumbnail that I have. And I called it Two Seniors Camping. Maybe I should do that and just put that picture up all the time and say two seniors and then talk about whatever it is I'm going to talk about. I'll try that here, maybe. But the point is this, I didn't know anything about any of that stuff. Then I started learning about it because I was trying to figure out, like, why, what happened. So I learned about thumbnails. I learned about how to create good ones, how to take good pictures, how to make it attractive. And then they say, put your face in it. So I put my face in every thumbnail for a while. That didn't change anything. I learned about, use 5 words or less in your title. Okay, on your thumbnail, so you got this picture, you have a title on it. Then I learned that you don't really even have to have a title on the thumbnail. Really? Okay, so I don't have to do that now? All right. But then you got to put in a title below because it's required. And then you have to put in a description. And, actually, I started using AI. I say what I wanted to say, and then I asked AI, how would you say this in a succinct, more captivating, interesting, alluring way? And honestly, it was good because it just saved me a bit of time. And they often said it in a much more succinct way, which I liked. Sometimes I changed it a bit, but usually I used what was given. So I started putting that up. It didn't make any difference. Then they tell you use the same keywords in your title and your title on your thumbnail and your title and in the description, and that'll get it. Didn't make any difference. And then they said your description is really important, and other things say your description's not important. I mean, honestly, aren't you, if you're a new young YouTuber, aren't you perturbed by all this stuff? My throat's, excuse me. I'm talking, forcing my words out, scratching my throat. So, anyway, the whole thing makes me angry. Not only can we not do anything more than 1 minute shorts, okay, fine, but tags, keywords, thumbnails, the picture you use. I mean, you could drive yourself crazy with all this stuff. And I keep thinking back to that one video that I posted, which ultimately gave me all my views, the 4,000 that's needed, and gave me my subscribers. I realize I'm squishing this really hard. You don't have to be angry at the microphone. Or that's another thing. Make sure you have the right microphone. Okay, so I've analyzed a lot of stuff and I've looked at a lot of people's YouTube submissions, and some people just use their name. They don't have anything fancy. I'm using two seniors for my biggest channel, and then I'm using can't even remember them all. I have three of them. This one included. And this one I've changed the name in because it suggested changing the name. Anyway, so my second channel is Yarn Tales and Threads and knitting, and that is slowly growing. And you know what's making it slowly grow? Shorts, shorts. But it's really hard sometimes to get something just for 1 minute. Excuse me a second. Just had to wet my lips to dry. Anyway, so, and then you get somebody like DoorDash, okay? God bless her. And I've commented on this before, but, and really it's always in a positive frame, but she doesn't have a fancy lead in like I've seen some people. You know, they have this music and these, this is their channel name on it, and or the intro and say, in this video you're going to see, and then they have highlights of the video. And I think all that stuff can work, and some of it's really, really professional, but we are not all professional like that. I think maybe DoorDash has it. We should all DoorDash it. Oh, wait a minute. It's not door. It's do dash. See? Okay, I'm 70. Give me a break here. We should just show up. I'm thinking I could just show up. I could do that. You know, I've had trouble with my shorts. The face is like really too close, and it's because I'm using iMovies, which comes with my iPhone and my iPad and my desktop computer. And I've been putting everything, editing everything through iMovies. And the most recent thing is I got a strike from YouTube saying that they'll let my short run, but it won't be monetized. I won't get any money for it. Why not? Because I included some music on it. And the music on it was music that was provided from iMovies. Like, if you're going to provide music for free on iMovies, why can't we use it without getting a strike, without getting a copyright strike? So then I pulled it off and I put on music that I had already used once before that had never got a strike on it. No issues. And it still struck me. I feel like, who's out there striking today? This is Thanksgiving. Give me a break. American Thanksgiving. I'm Canadian, but I still celebrate it. I have American roots. Anyways, what am I going to do? I think I'm just going to drop everything. I'm going to continue my YouTube channels, but I am not going to worry. I think it's the worry. I once wrote a story. I used to write quite a bit, and I've had some things published. I wrote a story about a man whose wife died, and he couldn't understand because she was young, should have lived a long life. Here he is on his own. They always did the right things. They exercised. They ate well. They ate a balanced meal. They didn't eat too much fat and all that sort of stuff. They were very careful about what they did in terms to keep themselves healthy, and she died. So he got very depressed, and he felt like, you know what? I'm going to end my life. So he thought about it. A gun is too dramatic. Drowning, he's afraid of drowning. Like, how could he do it? Taking pills, that doesn't always work because sometimes you don't take the right number of pills. Gee, I hope I don't get copyright struck out for this story. Anyway, he decided to run himself to death. He was just going to run and run and run and run until he dropped. So guess what happened? He ran and he ran, and the next day he ran and he ran and he ran as much as he could. He kept pushing himself, and he got actually feeling really, really good, which is usually a number one remedy. I used to be a counselor. That was my career. Now it's a YouTube career. Oh, big deal. Anyway, so yeah, if you have depression, running, walking, getting out there is the first line of defense. Anyway, so his depression lifted. And then he thought, well, what if I just eat everything I darn well please? Now, please don't take this as like, always talk to your doctor about what you do. And he found out that, like, he was eating ice cream and french fries and fish and chips, different things. I got a low battery here. Hopefully it continues on. Anyways, and you know what? My conclusion in this story was it wasn't the exercise or the food, although that can help big time. It was the worry about what we're doing that actually takes us. So if we can eliminate worry from our lives, we'll be a lot healthier and happier. Can you combine healthy and happy? Happier? Anyways, that's what I'm going to do. This is it. This is November the 28th. Let today mark the day. I am going to just show up. I am just going to post videos and I'm just going to wait and see what happens. You see, there's another thing they said, which I did on my monetized channel. You post a series. So I posted a series for 8 days straight. I posted all about my eye surgery. I had a hole in the back of my eye, the surgery that was done. I posted about how I felt before the surgery. I was actually very scared. I needn't be. The surgery was a piece of cake. The recovery time was the hardest part. I posted for 8 days and people responded, but I still didn't get the views that I thought I would get. And I thought I would get them because I'm not the only person who's ever had eye surgery or had that diagnosis facing it. And I could not find other people's testimonies, like a day by day blow of like what's happening. How does it feel? So I thought I'm going to put it out there. And so far it hasn't got any views. You know, eventually over the years, probably it'll get picked up more than it has. But and then, and then there was it's sometimes I say it's a crapshoot, even though I haven't actually played the game. But there was one day where I had a vacation and my husband and I we drove to Cheektowaga for our anniversary, and I decided to break that up into pieces instead of just one long video, just little segments. And one of them was like 2 minutes long, something like that, about how when we crossed the Canadian American border, and that got like 1.4K views. Like you just you just never know. I think because my career was a counselor and a lot of what we do is based on patterns in life. There are a lot of patterns in life. And I think all these people are up there saying, "Oh, monetized in 10 weeks and this is what I did." And I'm not sure exactly if what they did is what you should do or what I should do. But what they're doing is they're reporting on a pattern, and the patterns don't always work. That's what I found. I used to say to my clients, look, there's two things, English and math. And math is an exact pattern. 2 plus 2 is always going to give you the same result. Even if you deal with fractions, you're going to get a certain end that absolutely everybody is going to agree on. But when you use the English language, there are rules. A before E, except after Z. So how do you know when to use it? There's exceptions to it, to the rules. And that's what our life is. There's a lot of patterns and there are exceptions. So here I am. I'm making an exception. I'm going to do it different, at least in this channel. Because this channel here, Grandma's, YouTube channel, is the one that I can feel the most free in. I don't care what happens here. I'm just going to put it out. I started being a little bit more professional. What are key tags? I mean, keywords and tags and all that stuff. Don't forget to use your end notes and all that jazz. No, I'm just going to show up. So let's see what happens. And if you're new and you got these frustrations, tell me about them because I know I'm not the only one. I sure would like to hear about them. Cheers.